The 67 Impala project is creeping closer and closer to drivability. The front suspension is now completely rebuilt, along with new disc brakes and rotors. The kit I used was a 65 to 70 Impala disc brake conversion for the front end. It can be found on eBay and a few other websites. It called to build the hubs up before you put the spindles on the car, but I did it the other way because it was a lot easier wrestling around the spindle and getting the spring in there that way. And then I built up the wheel hubs and disc brakes and stuff like that. I got the tires off of eBay as well. They're the radial TAs, and as you can see I had to cram them into the little turbo S12. Here's the car with the bare rims kind of mounted up, and you can see the coil springs. That's before I got the KYB nitrogen filled shocks in. But the springs have not seated yet, so it's setting a little too high. They are not the cargo control springs, they're just the standard fronts, and I'm going to go with cargo control rear, and with the big block in there it'll give it quite a bit of rake. It'll look pretty cool. I've not made a whole lot of progress with the engine bay or anything. It's kind of the way it was. I do have a proportioning valve now, and I'll be getting the full stainless line kit, so the brakes will be functioning pretty soon. I also picked up the rear disc conversion because I found out that the rear drums had been stripped all the way to the back plate as well. So this thing will have 4-wheel disc brakes, and it should ride and handle a lot nicer than a standard 67 Biscayne, that's for sure. I did get the title issue worked out finally, and that's coming in the mail. I'll post a link for anyone who needs to get a title for an old classic car and doesn't currently have one, because there is a process that's a lot easier than going through the court process. Both new floor pans are now in the car, and I've got the bench seat rails, so as soon as I get my seat reupholstered, it's going in there, and then the M21 Muncie 4-speed, and pretty much after that there'll be nothing left to do. It'll be completely drivable. It's looking pretty good. I'm happy with the progress. It is just still rattle can, but I'll get it painted at some point. And that rattle can rust converter every time I end up covered in it. So that's what I look like every day after I work on this thing. More progress coming soon. Thanks for watching.